Hi, did you ever stop to wonder about adult life and what it encompasses? Let's talk about that. Hi, I'm Paola Ranova, founder of Ranova Enterprises and creator of the Cardinal Method of Life Connection. And today we're going to talk about adult life. What does it mean, right? Does it have to do with biological age? Yes, but not just with biological age. Does it have to do with specific areas of life? Absolutely so. And a lot of us may be mature in some areas of life, but very immature in other areas. So, adult life means you are an independent human being, not meaning you're an isolated person, but you have your own resources of connecting to the source of abundance of life instead of needing other people to be the sources of your survival. Now, a lot of people ask about couples, right? Because sometimes in a couple, one is financially responsible for the survival of the two of them, but the second person has a role to play in the balance of energy. So when it comes to couples, this is not they are a unit. So let's think of two drops of water that become one drop. So that, what I'm going to talk about right now, is not necessarily something that applies to couples. So let's see couples as a unified drop of water or a new individual, so to speak. Is that making sense? So when we talk about independent individuality, adult life, right? What does that mean? It means that we take care of our health and our physical body. We don't depend on other people to shelter us, to feed us, to clothe us, right? That is one of the dimensions of adult life. Another is financial independence. Now, I talked about the couples situation, so they are a drop of water that becomes one. But as an adult person, after age 21, between age 21 and 27, if you still depend on your parents or aunts and uncles, sometimes siblings, to survive, you are still in inner child mode regarding your finances. So this is something that needs to be addressed if you want to develop and engage into your personal growth process. Another very important part of adult life is emotional independence. And that is usually what I see a lot of people struggling with, because they may be health-wise okay, financially okay, but so many of us are still troubled emotionally. We have unfinished business with past relationships. We have tumultuous friendships. I always say to people here when they come for sessions, your friends are sources of joy and well-being. Friends are not designed to create problems for you. Seriously. Friendship is the realm of freedom and joy and the lightness of being. So if you have a burden as a friend, if you have a friend who drains your energy, there's something that you need to look at. And that is always a projection of a family member that you have unfinished business with on the unconscious level. So if you have a troublesome friend, a friend who drains you, a friend who's heavy on you, ask yourself, who does this person remind me of in my family? And you're going to have the flash intuition. If you want to hold a stone for that, there are many stones around here, as you can see. But if you grab a crystal, it will give you clarity on that. Okay, so let me just do this real quick with you. Grab whatever crystal you have around. So this is a blue apatite. Hold it. Just take a deep breath. Think of the person who gives you a hard time. That is not a family member. I'm talking about a friend, not even a lover or an ex. I'm talking about troublesome friendships now, okay? Think about the troublesome friend. Hold the stone near your solar plexus, which is your stomach area right here. And just ask yourself, who does this person remind me of? And it'll come to you in a laser beam. It's very accurate. And you can dissolve that. Okay, so you don't need that kind of problem in your life. Friends are meant to uplift you, to make you feel good about yourself, to make you feel happy with life, and not to drain your energy, period. Another important area of adult life is your brain power. So your emotional strength and your brain power, developing your intellectual abilities, using the beautiful, endless, limitless brain abilities to grow, to learn, and to expand, not to narrow your mindset down into limiting belief systems and fear. There's so many people who are really intelligent, but they have such limiting beliefs and they're in such fear mode. Sometimes they're even, expanding on the belief systems, but they're addicted to fear on the thought level. So let all that go. Being an adult has to do with not allowing your thoughts to nurture fear. And another level is spiritual surrender. And I'm not talking about being religious. I'm not talking about leaving the social world and becoming a hermit. That's not what I'm saying. What I'm saying is that once you have your body, a healthy body, your body in good shape, your finances in good shape, your emotional life in good shape, your brain power in good shape, you have structure to surrender to a spiritual life in a mature and adult way, which is different from spiritual escapism, which I talk about in my book, Your Carnal Connections. Some people, to avoid emotional pain, will turn to spirituality and become airy-fairy, become mystical. They will just escape from emotional pain with a spiritual life, which is not literally a life connection. It's more of an escape, and it's more of a life disconnection, if I can be very honest here. So just think for a little while, just take a little bit of time today as you watch this video, a little bit after you watch this, and allow this to sink in. These areas that I've mentioned, are you an adult with your body? Are you an adult with your finances? Are you an adult with your emotional life? Do you have unfinished business with exes? If so, just dive deep into forgiveness. I'm not kidding when I say this. The best thing to do if you have unfinished business with love relationships is to engage in forgiveness. If you have troublesome friends, please, you don't need that in your life. It's unnecessary suffering. We already have pain that we have to deal with. That's inevitable. But unnecessary suffering is just not for you, okay? Do you have an adult brain power activity? Do you read? Do you listen to podcasts? Do you feed your brain with new information, nurturing information, instead of being in fear mode all the time, feeding your brain with toxic thoughts and toxic informations? Just, be selective and discern what serves you and what does not, and fill your brain with light. Don't fill your brain with garbage. I'm not kidding when I say this. We're bombarded by the media with so much toxic info that we really don't need, right? I'm not saying you should be alienated and not know what's going on in the world, but do not just go down the downward spiral of sad news and chaotic news and the fear mindset that we're bombarded with in our culture. And last but not least, do you surrender to a higher power? Not necessarily a religion, but surrender to life. Trust that life will bring you the best always, that you are always in a good place, that you are immune to anything that wants to harm you. Just not engaging in fear, choosing to engage in trust. And most importantly, spirituality is about peace. It's about being. It's about taking the time to be who you are, connecting to your core, connecting to the higher light, and grounding yourself to the center of the earth, not to dismiss the physical realm, right? To connect the physical and the subtle so that you create a synthesis of meaningful life that aligns all areas of life. That's what I call an adult life, and I hope this was useful for you. If you know anyone who will benefit from this content, just share it away. Thank you for being here. Thank you for signing up to our YouTube channel, for following us on social media, for being in our website, for signing up for our newsletters, and for being in our courses and coming to our sessions. We're very grateful for your presences. Thank you all, and I will see you soon. Bye-bye.